Hi guys, the Kitchen Fairy here with the chips Steam It and Steam, and today I have an apple and cranberry pie recipe to share. I decorated the pie, but you can just, it's a two crust pie. Normally you will just close the top of the pie with another crust after you put in the filling, but I decorated mine. So you can do it either way. You can decorate yours or just top the filling with another crust. This is an easy recipe and it's pretty delish. I'll show you. So today is my husband's birthday, but he's not into sweets much. He'd rather have savory stuff or salty snacks, but he loves pumpkin pie. So Hungarian pumpkin pie, I should say. So I'm gonna make him pumpkin pie today. I mean apples. What am I doing? I mean apples. Holy moly! Look at me, lost focus already. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna make the filling. I have some apples here. I'm gonna skin them and then I'm gonna grate them. Then we will mix these grated apples with sugar and spices like cinnamon. I've grated the apples. I'm gonna add some lemon juice. Just one whole lemon, medium size is enough. And then we're gonna add 1/3 cup of sugar. Also about 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. You can add nutmeg powder too and allspice powder, but this time I only add cinnamon powder. I see some seed drop there. I'm gonna have to pick it up. And then we're gonna mix it. And we're gonna set aside while we are preparing the skin. So the difference between Hungarian apple pie with American style is that in Hungary they grated the apple instead just slicing it like the way you would in American style. And also they are normally in the form of rectangular pie, which is slab pie. But today I'm gonna make it in round pan. Although for the filling I still do it the way Hungarian would do, because that's the way my husband likes it. Now that the filling has rested for about 10 minutes, we're gonna add about a bag of fresh cranberries. Now obviously the original apple pie, Hungarian apple pie, it doesn't consist of cranberries, but I want to kind of make a version of it with fresh cranberries. I hope it's gonna turn good. It should, because I used cranberries and apples before for other baked goods and they are delish. I have here is 110 milliliter of almond milk, lukewarm, mixed with 1 tablespoon of sugar and 3/4 tablespoon of active dry yeast. And for the eggs, I am using black bean aquafaba. You can use, if you don't have egg allergy or you are not vegan, you can use 1 whole egg. Otherwise you can use flax egg or aquafaba, about 1 whole egg worth, so about 3 tablespoons of aquafaba. The dry ingredients, I have about 1/3 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 3 cups of cake and pastry flour. We're just gonna mix it, and then we're gonna add fat, about 220 grams. You can use golden shortening or yellow shortening, white shortening, dairy-free margarine, the block one, not the spread, or vegan butter, or cold vegan butter, or cold butter. You are using a margarine block or butter block or shortening, you want to make them cold. If it's shortening, even though it's cold, chilled, it doesn't get hard as butter, but you still want to slice them into cubes before you add them into the flour to make it easier for you when you want to knead it. This is golden shortening, by the way. Now that I've added also the yeast and the aquafaba, we're gonna start kneading these ingredients. The idea of cubing the fat or shortening margarine block, not margarine spread or butter, is that when I know it's nice when it's softened, but when they're kind of cubing here and there, it gives a nice flavor when you bite onto certain part of the dough. I don't know why, but I like it better like that. And if you use golden shortening, it has that butter flavor, like when you use dairy butter or regular butter. So I guess I like it like for that reason as well, that it tastes like butter or almost like butter. That the nice soft tender dough is done, we're just gonna divide it into two, roll it for top crust and bottom crust. Normally I will roll it between two parchment paper, or you can use wax paper as well, but I ran out, so I'm gonna roll it in between two plastic cling wrap, just to make it easier, because the portion of the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients are more to the wet ingredients. It's on purpose, I like it like that. But so the dough, when it's rolled, it's gonna be a bit sticky if you're not used to it, so you want to roll it in between two parchment papers. Leave the rolled dough and then flip it over the pie pan and just peel away the parchment paper or wax paper or the cling wrap that you are using before. Now that the crust is ready, you just want to give a little prick here and there, just for the steam on the bottom. Then we're gonna pour in the filling. That the filling is already placed onto the crust, let's cover the top with the other crust and it will be ready to bake. Now when you place the filling inside the onto the first crust, bottom crust, there will be some juices left. Those juices are good for as egg substitute, so you just want to brush it on your top crust. But I did not cover my pie with crust. I made some decoration, so, and this is supposed to be sunflowers, so I added a little food coloring to the juice, the filling juice. I'm gonna bake it for 30 minutes to 35 minutes on preheated 350 Fahrenheit convection oven.